Alright, man, we good.
How you want to start it off?
So, I'll probably just come in with the intro and then we'll just roll like that.
Alright, that's a bit.
Welcome back to another episode of the 2234 podcast. I'm your host, Swain, here in the building. Well decorated, legendary Mo City. My boy Bryce Deadman in the building, man.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, tell him where to follow you real quick before I get to the accolades, because, man, it's a lot.
Shoot, y'all can follow me on all social media platforms at brose_Royce. Shit, my shit been the same since I was like 13 years old.
Damn, for real?
Hell
You
yeah.
got a verified
Hell
check.
yeah.
That's fire. That's fire. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. So, where do I start, man? 2 gold medals, world champion, U.S. champion. You know what I'm saying? Breaking records in college. Where do I start, man? Well decorated, like I said again, bro. So, I want to just say, you know, I appreciate you coming on this platform, gracing this platform, and just give them a little backstory on who Bryce is and, you know what I'm saying, how you came up.
Yeah. So I grew up in the Mo City area. I originally started off at Elkins my first 2 years, and then transferred to Ridgepoint and graduated from there. I went to Texas A&M and ran at Texas A&M for damn near 6 years. I was at Texas A&M for a minute. I ain't even gonna lie.
It's cool.
Everybody
be having them times.
Hey, that's true. I was at A&M for a minute. Dog. And shoot, my last year at A&M, I remember I was in my master's program, and I was applying for jobs. I was like, shoot, if I take off with this track shit, hey, is it cool if I curse? You want?
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was like, if this track shit take off, then cool. But like, if not, like, I done ran for 5-6 years at A&M. My coach didn't pay for my master's degree. Like, if it don't work out, I'm cool. I'm gonna get this job. That was the whole point of going to college. Like, everything gonna work out. And I ran that season. I got invited to the Olympic trials. And I remember they told me, my coach kept telling me, like, as long as you come top 6 in the final, you will make the team. And I remember I came 7th place. Yeah. And I remember I was like looking at the screen, I was like, shit, I mean, well, this is it. Like, I didn't put everything I had on the line. Like, I ain't had no regrets. And I remember I was walking out the stadium, and they passed me like this little slip that said you were a 2021 Tokyo Olympian. I was like, what the fuck? it was crazy because
that's fine.
this was the first year. That was the first year they had introduced the mixed 4x4 relay, where it's like 2 men and 2 women. And that was the way I was able to make the team that year. So I went on to Tokyo that year. We got a bronze in the mixed relay. And I guess I ran well enough to the point to where they put me on the final team for the 4x4, and that's how I got my first gold medal. So that's kind of how all that shit took off, and it's kind of just been up from there, which is crazy.
So it was most likely preparation met opportunity.
100%.
And from there it was up.
It was up, yeah. Nah, as long as you putting in the work and you putting yourself in the right positions, everything's gonna take care of itself. I mean, cause like I said, I wasn't even expecting to make that team in 21. That shit kind of just happened. Like I always say, like, if something is meant to happen for you in your life, it don't matter what kind of detour you take, how bad you fuck up. Like, shoot, I was finna quit at one point. If it's meant for you, it's gonna come to you, like, and you really not even gonna expect it to happen the way it turned out. So
Yeah. Oh, that was fine words, man. So tell the people a little bit about, like, just competing overseas, or like just going overseas and experience. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that shit be cool. Yeah, nah. I feel that. Even outside the Olympics, like, the majority of our season be overseas.
Okay.
A lot of people don't really know about track because it's not really broadcast like that until like the Olympics or like the World Championships and shit like that. But the majority of our meets be overseas. And I remember when I was applying for jobs before I was about to graduate, I always kept telling myself, like, I want a job where I can like travel and see like different states and see the world. And not that I don't love where I'm from, but I just wanted to like see different shit. Like you see stuff on TV all the time, and I'm like, okay, I want to try that type of food. I want to see these different types of people, experience these different cultures, and track allowing me to do that. I probably say is the greatest benefit that I've gotten from anything that I've done in this sport. I don't know, when you get out your area and just are exposed to different things, even if you don't move, just the simple fact of being exposed to shit, like, just open up your mind, like, damn, this shit is possible. I ain't even think about this. Like, I ain't never thought about living out the country, but I see it's possible. I done spent like 2-3 weeks over here, like, and it's cool. Like, shit, I damn near could live out here.
Exactly.
Once I make some friends, shoot, people got jobs, people making money, people living good over here outside the states or in a different state. I don't know, being exposed to stuff kind of open up your mind and keep you from being like trapped and just seeing what's in front of you all the time, because it's so much more than what you see on a day-to-day basis.
And you know what's crazy, bro? I was talking to some people about just changing up scenery.
Yeah.
Right? And they be like, bro, why? Like, you don't even have the audience to do so, or like, what is it out there? Like, so scared to just leave and step out of their comfort zone. And I just think as humans, that's our problem. That's why we don't never get to that next level,
100%.
because we're so afraid of the unknown, or we don't know what's gonna be next. And it's just like, bro, we were not born to stay in the same spot.
To stay in the same spot. To stay in the same spot. Hey, oh God, nah, this shit's so true. That shit is so true.
It's like people aspire to be numbers, and I don't want to be just a number. I wanna make it known that I was on this earth. You know what I'm saying? By everybody. Yeah, bro. It's about legacy, but everybody can't have that mindset, because if they did, you know, it wouldn't be those ones that rise to the top.
100%.
You know
See, and I used to get frustrated with people like that too. I'm like, damn, like, nigga, like, think bigger, like.
Why everybody can't be like me?
Yeah, and then like, and I really ain't even start realizing it until I did start traveling. It's like, people thinking like this because they ain't got exposed to nothing else. Like, they haven't got exposed to nothing else. They people really ain't been exposed to nothing else. Their families really ain't been exposed to nothing else. I mean, and not saying that you can't be the one to break out that mold, but it's like, shoot, if this is all you see and this is all you are taught to see, it's just like shit.
And you know what
it's
they call
hard.
it? Tradition.
Nah, oh God.
You know
hey, oh God, nah, for real.
Tradition.
For real.
When you go outside of that norm, bro, they look at you crazy.
They
like,
judging you, not real life.
Like, bro, I wasn't known for talking, or I wasn't known for like just communicating. But the people that knew me, they know I talk real shit, or like I would talk outside of like celebrity shit. I'm talking about real shit. You know what I'm saying? And so it just got to a point of, why not put this shit on film? Why not document this? Why not document the ups or the downs? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that shit real.
And it's just like, I don't see people doing that in the world. And I feel like from this area, a lot of people don't know about Mosi. They know about Houston. So just,
I agree.
You know, me doing that, people look at me, turn their face up, or not support, or you know what I'm saying? Just try to make shit harder, or try to create barriers. Like,
I feel that.
You kind of get what I'm saying?
Nah, I 100% see what you're saying.
So it's just like,
and it's crazy because we got, like I was telling you earlier, it's so many people from this area, so many stories to be told from this area. It's definitely documentable for sure.
Facts. And I don't know, I always, cause like I told you, bro, you one of the rare ones come from the Mo, bro. No bullshit. Like, ain't nobody else bit that gold.
That's really crazy to think about.
Ain't nobody else bit that gold, bro. Coming from where we come from, like we aspire for a lot, right? But who are the ones that actually get there?
Yeah.
Who are the ones that actually put in that work that people don't see? Like you say, it's not broadcasted, y'all meets that going overseas, or y'all whole season. A lot of Americans don't know that.
Exactly, yeah.
They only know every 4 years.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, or every 2 years, the world championship.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you in rare air, bro. And I'm here to give you your flowers if nobody else will. Cause that's,
I appreciate you.
You and the likes of Travis, bro. Ain't nobody else been on a worldly level like that. Of course, we all have more elevation or where we aspire to be. But bro, just for being at the age you at, that's no small feat, bro. That's no small feat, bro. And I want to say keep going, cause you carrying the torch, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not. You know, a lot of people look at you for inspiration.
I don't be thinking that because it's just like, I still be kicking it with the same niggas I kick it from high school and shit. I just went to one of my niggas' weddings from high school and it's like,
that's fire.
At least I would hope they don't look at me in some type of way where it's like, damn nigga, you doing like, I mean shit nigga, I'm the same nigga y'all been kicking it with it, or that y'all been known like.
And you right, but you know a lot of people psychologically, they gonna think like, he not me, or he's not at the same position, cause a lot of people don't look at real life shit, they look at what's posted or what's being broadcasted. Right. So if they see you on that broadcast, you done did something that they didn't, and you probably have more notoriety, or more access, or more, you know, resources than they would. And that's always at the back of anybody's mind, like, that's just, hey, that's shit. But it's not gonna be broadcasted by everybody. Everybody not gonna broadcast their haterism. But hell yeah, bro, that's just dope that you still at your roots, Mo City. Like you still like laid back cool, because a lot of people like we was talking about before. Like we was talking about before. Motherfuckers that probably went to Atlanta and now they Hollywood. They done went on one trip and they just seen what they call him Jeff now.
So they call him boy Jeff. Now that they get some followers and get to losing their mind. I've been sure to see that. I've been sure to see people get some followers on like IG or something and get to losing their mind. I'll be like, nigga, like you.
You the same, nigga.
You the same person? Like, I don't know. People do be acting weird like that. I will say that.
Yeah, bro.
I can see that.
And it's just like motherfuckers don't even put in the work to even just feel that energy of like, I'm that nigga. Like, what do you do? What sets you apart from any other person out here that's trying to get success?
Ooh. I'm not gonna lie. I think the main thing for me was building my confidence.
That's fine.
And that's in life and in my sport. In my sport, in track specifically, I wouldn't really say I had confidence in myself. I think I was just talented, and I was literally just running off that talent.
That's real shit. A lot of people don't talk about that, bro.
Yeah. And then like when you get in an environment where everybody else talented and niggas really busting your ass at practice, you like, damn, am I sorry? Like,
yeah.
Like them be real thoughts, and like when you just been running off the talent and beating everybody, you really ain't got to think about like, how am I talking to myself on a day-to-day basis? How am I thinking about these obstacles that I'm facing? You just going through the motions, because I mean, shoot, you just are so much more talented than everybody at that point in time. But like I said, when you start facing real life shit, or you start going up against people who better than you, or been putting in the same amount of hours than you, and are way better than you, it definitely can tear you down. And if the show tore me down at a certain point, and I don't think it was until probably like my senior year at A&M where I started really just like trying to hone in on believing in myself. Like I was seeing a therapist, I was reading like self-help books, like how can I get better? And just on a consistent basis, it was just always saying like, write down like 10 affirmations to yourself. Think out of, not just even out of the box, just think on some delusional type shit, like the wildest things that you didn't thought of, like actually believe in it, and you'll end up further than what you was already doing beforehand. Like, so I started writing down affirmations on a day-to-day basis, like, and at first it wasn't even shit I was believing, like, and I wouldn't say I wasn't believing it, but it was just like, okay, nigga, you sound crazy. Like, I'll write down like, you are that nigga, ain't nobody touching you, you were the coldest in your field. Everything that you want to accomplish, you will accomplish. Like, I was writing shit like that down on a day-to-day basis at one point. This was like 2019, 2020. And like I said, at first I really wasn't believing it. Yeah. I mean, but when you sitting down writing this shit down on a day-to-day basis and reading it, like, I mean, eventually you're gonna start believing it. You're gonna start believing this shit 100%.
Right.
And from there, everything just kind of started like falling into place. Like, I started running better on a consistent basis. I wouldn't let a loss like
fuck you up?
Fucked me up for weeks on end. Like, I wouldn't just be thinking about the shit. Like, another affirmation I would write down is like, shit, this nigga beat me on this day, but that ain't got shit on tomorrow. Like, and I started believing that too. And like, I think that was the main thing. Once I started believing in myself and actually built up my confidence, shit really took off from there. And it got me to a point to where, I mean, of course I still feel emotions. Like if something bad happened, I kind of get down on myself for maybe a couple hours or so, but I'm able to pick myself back up out that hole. Like, I'm not just sitting there thinking like, damn, I fucking know this shit not gonna go good. It's like, okay, right, get your ass up. Like, all is gonna be good just like it was last time.
Right.
Nigga, you gonna get over this shit just like you did last time. Everything gonna work out. I mean, just stuff like that. And I think that was the biggest factor for me for sure.
It's like faith. That's it.
100%.
You and everything that's gonna happen for you.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Cause you said a lot of things that I feel within myself. Like I be having my down times just off of like seeing numbers or like seeing the competition, but I can't be focused on competition. If I know my mission,
100%.
focus, you know what I'm saying? But
and that shit normal to get caught up in that too. Like, I used to listen to people and they was like, oh no, I never think about that. I never doubt myself. I'd be like, nigga, I can't even relate to that because there's been so many times where I didn't doubt myself. So
right.
I think even kind of becoming somewhat of a role model for myself and setting an example for myself that other people can relate to was also a big factor too. Like, I'm not gonna listen to someone who say, oh, they ain't never got sad or they ain't never doubted themselves in XYZ instance. I'm like, nigga, I can't relate to that shit. Like, at all.
And that's my thing. I think a lot of people from Houston area frown upon the fact that I can be so forth-putting or like just put all my shit out there. Like when I'm on my shit, I'm feeling my shit, and I'm gonna say
you supposed to. Now you supposed to.
I'm gonna pop my shit.
You supposed to.
But even when I'm going through my down periods, I put that shit up too.
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of people like, damn, why you? Everybody ain't supposed to know everything. And it's just like it's not for y'all. If that's how you feel, it's not for y'all.
Nah, that shit true.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's for somebody for sure.
Facts.
It's
Facts.
for somebody.
And I can't focus on the people that's stuck within their ways. I gotta focus on the people that's trying to elevate up out of that. Because that's ultimately what I'm trying to do. From the mud. You know what I'm saying? So
see, and that's good. I've been telling myself that too. Like, I need to start documenting my lows just as much as the highs, because I'm just sure all that shit is part of the process, part of the journey that you on.
Facts. And you just never know, because like sometimes I be seeing people, celebrities give stories, and they be like, man, I went through this, and I be like, bro, what the fuck? I did the same shit. I went through these same exact things, bro. I can't feel like they are no better than I am, or I am no less than they are.
Exactly,
and they went through the same shit, just earlier timing.
Oh God, nah, that shit true.
You see what I'm saying? We all humans, bro. And one thing I figured out is we all went through the same things, but just at different times. And it's about how we come up out of that, or how we pivot out of that.
100%.
You know?
Hey, bro, that shit's so true. That's another thing I have to start telling myself too. When I'll probably say it like around 2020, 21. I'm like, bro, like, this is a man just like you. Like, this ain't no super nigga. This nigga ain't got no superpowers. This nigga ain't jumping off no building and flying and saving nobody. Like, this is a nigga who wake up and eat every day like you. Like,
just like you, bro.
Ain't nobody above you. You ain't above nobody, but ain't nobody for sure above you at all. Like, nigga, if one person was able to accomplish it, it ain't no reason why you can't accomplish the same shit. Like,
exactly. Like, just like you beat that record, and ain't somebody gonna beat your record.
Yeah, no, 100%.
That's what they meant for.
100%.
Like, everybody is just meant to elevate, bro.
Nah, that shit true.
So it's just like, but the problem I have is like we don't come together. We gotta show that we that nigga, and once we get up out of that, it be like, fuck you. I tried to tell you I was that nigga before, so we could come together and all be that nigga.
Yeah.
But now I done already built up shit myself, and you want to kind of coattail on my success.
Beforehand. I see exactly.
Right, on some free shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, let me see the traction, let me get in. Oh, remember me?
And niggas wasn't fucking with you when you was first straight. Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that.
Even liking my shit. It only take 2 taps.
Hey, I feel that.
It only take 2 taps, bro.
I feel that.
So it's just like I document all this shit, whether the numbers up or down. Cause I was at a point of I just made sure I posted some content every week, but the numbers wasn't showing.
Somebody seen it though.
For sure. So now I'll go back and look at the analytics, and little by little, everybody's kind of catching on to the content or the podcast and the information. But a lot of people like the wow factor or different cuts or close-ups and things like that. And it's just like, you gotta understand, like, that shit take time if you're not already resourceful and have certain connections.
I know exactly what you're saying, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so it's just like a lot of motherfuckers criticize on what they would have did or what they could have did and don't do it.
And don't be doing it. Nah, that shit true.
Not at all. They sit and
be judging and scrolling.
Hey, yo, tight. They not doing nothing outside of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you see somebody doing something outside of their work or outside of something that gives them a food on their table, I feel like it should be applauded or even supported. Because you know you ain't gonna do the shit. So yeah, man, this is stuff that should be documented for people like us, because a lot of people think that we probably feel that we're higher than or we're above because we reach certain places.
Yeah.
And
it's like we still the same people.
we human, bro.
Literally.
That's it.
100%.
So
yeah, I 100% agree with that.
What else to touch on, man? Cause I ain't gonna lie, you be talking about some good shit. I did not expect it. Like I did not expect. Cause I'm like, damn. So you also kind of have suffered from, well, not even just mental health.
Mm-hmm.
How did you work yourself up out of like just being in that slump, other than the affirmations?
Other than the affirmation, so I remember it had got to a point where I was like having to see a therapist like damn near like I had to. And I remember just looking at other people's lives, seeing how other people was like going about their lives. They was happy, they was having success, they were doing what they wanted to do, and I just kept saying to myself like, I know getting there is possible. I have to get to that point. Like I don't want to be in this position forever.
Yeah.
So outside the affirmations, I would say seeing a specialist if possible. That helped me a lot. And thankfully at A&M, support like that was free at that point in time. I think support like that is cheap if you go to the right areas, but I definitely think that was a main thing. Putting myself in positions where I had to do what I was afraid of, that was another thing. I'm not gonna lie, I be saying all the time, it ain't nothing scarier than facing your own fears and facing yourself, like looking yourself in the mirror and facing your fears. That's probably the scariest shit that you can do. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it's being real with yourself.
And being real with your, hey, oh God, nah, that shit is terrifying. Sitting in that discomfort of, damn, I used to do this, or I used to act this way, I need to change. Like, and holding yourself accountable and having other people hold you accountable, and you actually just sitting there and listening instead of getting defensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Off rip, we get defensive. Don't listen.
Don't listen at all. And they really be saying some real
shit. Like outside looking in, we all in our head on that shit. And they like, nigga, what is you tripping on?
And they be saying some real stuff. So
yeah.
Outside the affirmations, I think it was also like putting into practice what I was preaching to myself. That's another thing that really helped me build up kind of my belief in myself and kind of get out that slump. Like, okay, for instance, I've been wanting to shoot at this girl on campus. I've been scared to shoot at this girl on campus. I'm gonna actually go do it. Go up there and do it. You probably gonna get curved, but shit, it's just the fact that you was able to go up there and do it. You be like, oh shit, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Right.
Or for instance, I really want to try and shoot. What's another example? I really want to try and beat this person in this race. I used to do this all the time. I want to try this new race. I want to try and jump in the 200 this meet instead of the 400. Jump in the 200. You might get your ass smoked, but it's the fact that you jumped out there and did it, and shoot, your outcome probably better than what you thought it was gonna be.
Right.
And literally just teaching yourself that a lot of the shit that you be afraid of really not as scary as you think it is once you actually put yourself in a situation. honestly, overcoming that first initial step of actually putting yourself out there be the hardest part. And once you in it, like, I mean, shoot, you probably gonna perform a lot better than you thought you would. I think that was another integral part, like a very, very important part of kind of coming up out my slump and getting to where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Cause I'm not gonna lie, like at first, if motherfuckers was to look back on the first pieces of content I would put out, I'm sure I would fuck up the intros. I would be like, or I'll be repeating shit, or just be like no structure.
You gotta start from somewhere though, and
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And you be so kind of caught up in your head, like, damn, like, what if this go bad? Ain't no one gonna fuck with this, or what if I embarrass myself? I mean, that shit, you might just do that, but it's the fact that you actually did it, and now you comfortable. You more comfortable with doing it the second time, and of course you gonna get better because you figured out what not to do.
Right.
And shit, the next time gonna be better after that, and then it just kind of get on the roll after that.
Bro, yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
now you just focus on what I can do to make it better. Because you
100%.
already kind of got it.
Got the
built
jitters
up
out.
in you. Yeah. It's already built up in you to just roll. So hell yeah, bro. Let's see. Do you have anything, you wanna ask me?
Do I have anything I want to ask you?
Yeah.
What other people have you? Did your camera cut off?
Let's see. Damn, no.
No, I'm still rolling.
Yeah.
Okay, I see the light cut off. That's why I asked. All right. Who else do you want, or do you plan on having on this podcast, and what is the direction you're trying to go? Because like I was saying, like, there's so many people's stories that you can document from this area.
Right. I want to, I say this all the time. But I want to get Travis on.
Chapters would be hard for sure.
I want to get Travis on for sure. But the direction I plan on taking this, I want it to be, I want to kind of make it like pivot into a network so that I can open opportunities for other people coming up by this
I feel that.
and get them kind of niche things to talk about, or to just kind of make a media space.
I feel that.
Because I feel like we don't have a lot of it. So, let's see. Where do I just want to be a pillar in the community, bro. Ultimately be a household name.
I feel that.
Because I feel like I know what I'm doing is legendary, but I just gotta keep moving in that purpose. But 2234 podcast, the show, it will be.
I didn't know you were starting a whole show.
This is.
Oh, okay. I
But
see what you're
want
saying.
I want to
thought
make
you meant like
other
the.
things.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanna pivot into fashion. I wanna pivot into mentorship. I wanna pivot into movies potentially.
I feel that.
A
A whole bunch of stuff you want to do.
Yeah,
I feel that.
but this is definitely the door.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
See, when you said show, I was thinking like how 85 South be doing. I thought you was finna make a show. Like when you said show, that's what I was thinking.
Potentially, bro. Potentially, you know what I'm saying? Take this on a tour, but it gotta get to a certain point.
I feel that.
But yes, bro, I definitely got goals within this shit, and just only like aspire to be better and show that I do have lows, that it ain't all highs. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody posts on the socials and
No,
shit.
oh God. Hey, it been shown to be certain times where I didn't have to get off the socials because it's easy to get caught up trying to compare yourself to others and what others doing. I'll be like, man, let me get up off this shit. I feel like I'm comparing myself too much to feeling like I'm behind or I need to be doing X, Y, Z when I'm in the exact situation I'm supposed to be in right now.
And they only flexing, like they ain't showing they low.
Not at all.
They ain't showing
At all.
they low.
At all. Nah, that shit's so true.
Man, bro.
That shit's so true.
I don't really got too much more to ask you. I really want to ask you a lot of shit, but we kind of pressed for time.
I can come back up here too, like maybe sometime later this week or next week too.
Bro, ultimately, bro, I would want to have you on like whenever you free, bro.
I feel that.
Like whenever you got time.
I actually have a whole lot of free time.
Yeah, before you go, I'll probably just hit you back and we'll set something up. But hell yeah, bro, you're a great person. Keep going. This shit, hey, you meant for a lot, bro. I
appreciate that.
And nothing is a coincidence. Everything was already written, bro.
Nah, that shit's so real. That shit is true.
And
Hey, you never thought about like documenting how growing up in this area influenced like your outlook or like just the way you act or like the way people in this area just our culture as a whole.
All right, so thinking about that is I don't know if we different or we like the same as like another small hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I could possibly, but me being in this box, not experiencing like other places, I could be like, yeah, we different all day.
I know what you're saying. I feel that.
But until I see like we actually super different, because of course we're gonna have our certain different
that we
things,
do.
but sometimes we all be the same.
No, I feel that.
It just be different places or like different areas that influence like cults and shit like that. But
yeah,
everybody be ultimately having the same mindset.
I know exactly what you're saying. I feel
But
that.
I do be wanting to document like how you say we got the stories, bro. Everybody was together at one point, like as kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now that we all grown and went our different ways.
Everybody else spread out. Yeah, no, that's so true. I'll be thinking about that. So much.
Bro, at one point we was all in the same area.
Nigga that you grew up playing against or people that you grew up watching like people that you watch growing play. I mean the people that was playing when you was like growing up that you was watching, or like I said, people you was playing against like in Little League, middle school, all of that. And it went they separate ways. Nah, that's very true.
And
That's
some people famous and some people just behind the scenes famous.
Yeah.
And some people just shit lagged off.
Yeah.
But hell yeah, I want to document all this shit because I feel like Mo City is a world within itself.
100%. I agree too. I for sure agree.
But you know what I do hate? I hate that we got like one of the biggest artists, biggest personalities on the planet, and he don't shed that light. He could possibly shed the biggest fucking light on this, bro. But I think it's that same mentality. Y'all wouldn't fucking with me.
I know. Yeah, no, I was about to say that. I low-key feel that too.
I had to go to Atlanta to get notoriety.
Cause even when he first came out with his music, I remember like it was only a niche group of people that was listening to his music. Like people knew who he was for sure, but wasn't everybody listening to his music like that. And then he took off. He took the fuck off. He took all the way off. Yeah, nah, that shit really crazy.
Yeah, man. And I hate
if you got Travis on this, how that would be called. That shit would be called. I ain't even gonna frame.
It ain't no going. It's gonna
happen. Nah, I feel that. You gotta speak like that. I feel that.
It's gonna happen because it's like, bro, ain't nobody died. Like, that would be the most dopest interview because ain't nobody got his Mo City tape. They be getting.
I agree. His just in general Travis Scott tape.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Like, and motherfuckers are asking about Houston shit, but they ain't asking about it. You know, he knows certain shit.
Yeah, 100%.
So hell yeah, I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing, and we're gonna make exclusive shit happen like we did today, bro.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, we ain't even gotta go to the track today. We can do that another day.
Alright, this is bad. I'm gonna keep you posted.
Yeah.
I'm gonna for sure be more free next week. I'm running around this week, but I'll for sure be more free next week. I'm gonna let you know for sure.
This was cool, bro. I ain't even gonna cap to you. Let them know again where to follow you and shit.
Bryce Digman, follow me on socials at @BRose_Royce.
Yes, sir. And y'all stay tuned for his success. Y'all follow, like, share, subscribe. That's another one. I'm Swain, 2234 Podcast. I appreciate you again, my brother.
Not for sure, folks.
Hey,
It's over cold.
This is amazing. No bullshit.
I appreciate you, bro.
We alright, baby.